So, guys, we are halfway through, so we do have two talks, right? Just to watch. We had two talks previously, and we had a quiz, right? So, pretty much in a couple of hours, we'll be done. So, our next talk will be about chatbots. So, in this case, I'm super happy to welcome our FrantSpot Poland community and Artyom here to the stage. So he will basically tell you a bit more about chatbots, how you can make your applications more interactive, more fun, and in general, how you can push your development to the next level with these chatbots. So, Artyom, back to you.
Yep, thank you, Pavel. I will start. Okay, just let me know. Do you see my screen?
All good.
Okay, thank you very much. So, as I already said, we will talk today about the chatbots and how to use them. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Artyom. I'm working pretty long in IT, work with a lot of things like React, Angular, Node.js, and so on. I'm a resource manager, participate in FrontSpot in EE, um, and have a pretty good background with a lot of technologies and a lot of things. First, let's start about the chatbot. So, what are the benefits they can bring? So, first of all, probably all of you have some experience in online shopping or in some support with banking, and it's very good when you can have the help with the chat. So you just write everything that you want, share every number, and actually, as per my perspective, I usually expect that this chat will answer me very fast, that I don't need to wait for several minutes until live agent will connect to me and do something. And according to a lot of researchers, we see that people usually really don't read the documentation because, of course, they don't want to do this. And you as a developer also faced with these problems when you need to read something, understand, and then you understand that this was the problem, yeah, because you didn't read the documentation. And very good when we have some AI tools that will help this. Mostly, my motivation today is talk about this because, as I already say, I use bots a lot. Yep, on various shopping, on banking. I expect that it will respond me very fast, and I see that not all bots are working pretty well and pretty fast. I want to understand how to do this better, how to make this bot that will work with the best performance and will respond me in correct way, because we see that not always bots respond to you in a good manner. I mean that they usually repeat you something like reboot your computer and then everything will work. So this not always working for all of us. What we will talk about. So first of all, what is chatbot? This already we talked about how to create chatbot, and then see several tools that actually make the all work. This is OpenAI, the assistant, and the Vertex AI from Google. Let's start. So first of all, of course, when we are talking about the chatbot, the first thing that we need to do, this is to create some UI, so making the chatbot itself. And here we don't have a problem. So if you go to NPM and input chatbot, you will see a lot of things, a lot of ready solutions that will help you to do this UI for you. And no need to think a lot and to make something from scratch. Yep. So for example, I found a very interesting tool. Of course, this is with the best UI library React that help you to make this bot and support a lot of features. And of course, you can make the bot by yourself. So for example, give me a second to understand. Yep, you see my screen. This is the overview of the bot. So you'll see it's very simple. You can call it. It already supports a lot of things. So making some graphs, some widgets, so separate window with scrolls and so on. So very useful. You can do something with these. And at the same time, as I say, you can actually do this by your own. No need to make a lot of code. You even don't need any library. So mostly generate this code with OpenAI. I mean, with the chat GPT. So you can just ask, generate the bot for me, and it generates almost all the features for the simple bot. And yeah, when you will work with the bot, do not forget that if you're working with something like the OpenAI or any other library, it's better for you to create some servers that would be some proxy between your front end and backend, and it will store all the configuration in a file, and do not commit these changes yet, because right now you can try to go to Google, to GitHub, try to search some projects with OpenAI and see that a lot of people commit the keys and some of them are working. Don't be the part of these statistics. Okay, let's go next. And the next, when we already create some UI, have some features, yep, so we want to have uh, something that will do all the logic. Of course, we don't want to train our model, and the best way is to have assistant from OpenAI. This is very interesting feature, and it's work uh, pretty cool. So OpenAI has this playground. You can create a chatbot. The only thing that you need to do is to give the instruction for your bot. So imagine that we are working, so that we want to have, for example, HR bot that will interview some junior developers for us. So we need to give him instructions. Act as HR in IT, ask simple question related to JS. If candidate provide you the correct answer, please share with him the number to call. So otherwise ask to wait till we call him. Do not share the number until you got the correct answer. You also have this a lot of settings, like the model. So about difference in the models, you can understand this from the description. Yep. But I prefer to look into pricing. Yep. Here the better description what is happening, how big they are, and the most interesting, the pricing. Yep. And pricing is actually very good. So if you're using just a GPT for all, the latest model, about 1 million tokens, and you will pay for these $2.50. And this is quite a lot of words. In general, one token is usually about one word, usually. Sometimes one token for several words. And you can imagine that if usually you have a very small conversation, you can handle a lot of requests with this model. And at the same time, it's provide you a very good GPT-4o mini. It's also very good and much, much cheaper. So for our purpose, we will use mini, the less expensive model. And there is a lot of interesting things that you can set up and then use from your code. For example, functions. Uh, you can set up that when the answer would be right, instead of share some, I don't know, link or number, you can share, you can make a request. Yep. And bot will, for example, register this candidate and automatically add it to some your external system. Okay, let's try. For example, hello. Wasting the JavaScript. Not the good question for me. Hoisting. I forget that this is how the events are bumbling. Not events, events in DOM. Am I right? Okay, I'm not a junior developer. And right now, actually, let's imagine that we know that this bot should share some number with us. Then what we will do? We will ask, okay, but my response was correct. Is a phone number with me. And here you understand that Assistant is actually very good trained, yep, from scratch. So you don't need to do something like this. You already know that it wouldn't give some information that is not required to give to the user if you in instruction said that it should not be shared. Okay. And if we want to tune this model, yep, want to add something more, we want to I don't know, make it better, want to make some tunings to respond it faster, to make better responses and more accurate responses. Actually, OpenAI is not good enough because we have some limitations. We have only some instructions that is very limited. And yeah, we also can add something to where to load these answers. But still, if we want to have much bigger information, for example, we want to integrate our AI into our application and want to make the full search across our application, OpenAI is not that tool that will help you here. We will talk about Vertex AI a little bit further because there is also a very good thing that I want to share here. Maybe some of you already saw something like this because when you talk with some bots in that are in public on any sites, you sometimes can ask to generate code and it will generate. So usually this assistant wouldn't do like this, but let's try. Uh, how to write function in JS that will find average number in array. Mm. Okay, probably I need to change to GPT-4 and repeat this. Anyway, you see, it will generate for you. And I think that you don't want this to happen with your real model and with your real production yet. So we can add here something like do not response on questions not related to HR interview. Yep, but they can be probably a lot of instruction, and probably you will have a very big description and instruction overall. Yep, in this case, I suggest to use Vertex AI. So I will switch my presentation. Ah, Vertex AI. So actually, from this overview that I take from Google documentation, you'll see that actually it can take a lot of steps, a lot of things, and so on. So by this image, I want to represent that Vertex AI is more than just some assistant or some things that will just help you to generate requests. Sorry, generate responses in chat. But you also can use it for chat or using, for example, for some searches inside your application. For these cases, Google developed Vertex AI Studio. And so let's try to use it. So here it is. Probably if you work with GCP, you understand this is typical Google UI. It has a lot of things, a lot of stuff. First of all, something like a chat. Yeah, you can create some company chat, edit it the same as assistant from OpenAI. You can have more things like speech. Yep, continue that setting. You can generate some text. Generate the speech itself from the text, prompt gallery, store, or use some external things from other teams and so on. And actually, the thing that is that we're looking for, yep, and that will help us a lot. This is the feature that is calling fine tuning. So with this, you can actually make the model and then tune it. So this is more advanced feature, and it helped a lot for you to make your model more accurate and response the real things that you really want from your model and from your chatbot. Also here, I want to talk a little about the pricing. Oh, yeah, about the pricing. So if go back to OpenAI, here we actually have very clear model how to calculate because here is based just on tokens and that's all. So nothing at all. Here depends on things that you're using. So for example, you're using something like get models. 188 tokens. This is really a lot of tokens. And so imagine that you, for example, have, I don't know, for example, 300 tokens a day. You need also input how many characters. So imagine that we have not very big conversation, but something about 500 characters. And output characters, we expect that we also will have very, very big instruction. Yeah. So we calculate and estimate less than a box. This is with the models, multimodal models. Why I choose because this is one of the Vertex feature that help you to make a little easier all your models. and help to train them with better price, first of all, because in Google Cloud you will pay also not for creating, not only for using. Yep. Also, you need to fine tune your model, and you will pay for tuning it too. Yeah. So, and these multimodal, this is what usually, at least on our project, we use because it's easier to generate and easier to work with it. Um, okay. Looks like I finish a little earlier than expect, but yep, this is all from my side. Maybe you have any questions to me.
Well, first of all, thank you, Artem, for your talk. We'll definitely have some questions for you at some point, right? Whether right now or later on in the comments, right? Though the only one question that we do have right now is the following. So quite often, right, it doesn't matter how much we train our bots, right? It is easy to spot the answer, whether it is from machine or whether the answer is like from the real human. So what strategies can you recommend to use in order to make these machines answer more like a human answers?
Uh, I think that this question is actually very good, but it's my answer would be very similar to the previous speaker. Because on the current level of what we have in open models that we can use. Okay, a little bit in another way. So from what I see with talking with other people, that people think that right now model AI can steal our job and so on. From what we test on our projects and see in real production, both are not ideals, and it just doesn't make a sense to try to say that you're talking with real human. Yeah. Anyway, you need to say that you're talking with bot. That's why people will be more polite. Yep. Try to explain better to bot, first of all. And if you want to make bot to answer better and provide better results, um, the things that you can really do, this is the test with the people, with real people. And what we do on our project, when we fine tune our model, we then, first of all, make testing with real people with our QA team, and then make testing with real users and collect the feedback from them, then to fine tune more it. Because when especially when you work in production on the big project, on some project that is really big and has a lot of documentation, and for example on our project, I don't remember exactly, but this is something about 100 support specialists on the customer side, and they are all working all the day. Yeah, so that's why there is a lot of support cases time to time, and very big documentation, and model try to solve this problem, but still model doesn't respond correctly. Yep. And one more thing. Yep. You're trying to make your model more safer, not to respond with some unpolite or something not related to the project and to the domains that you have. And that's why sometimes you limit the answer, and actually with these limitations you cut the right answers that actually should be provided.
Yeah. Okay. I got it. Thank you very much. Thank you for this explanation. Right, guys, do not hesitate to drop all your other questions to the comment section. Feel free to subscribe to our channel. And yeah, Artyom, thank you very much for your talk. Well done. Thank you.
Thank you.